Run it back how I played it in the past. I like this list pretty good. Fandom starts in 23 minutes, so getting a pretty late start. Alright, this sounds not good, so let's keep it. We versus Storm again? Let's hope not. Been beat by Storm on turn 3 multiple times real recently. Probably Storm. Hooah. Hey, it is Storm. Oh gosh. Alright, well, we'll just take that. Hey, Anarif, what's up? At least we didn't die on turn 3 of this game. Gotta look forward to the little things in life. Ooh. Well, if we get done tap, this is nice. But considering that we can look up here and see if they put a card on top, I'm assuming any card they put on top kills me. Oh, they just put a Manamorphose on. Well, no, they could have drawn that for... Alright, well, I guess we're just going to combo now. This isn't good. Pretty brave just to put a Manamorphose on top. Or am I missing a card here? Maybe I'm missing one card. Both cards to the bottom. Definitely search for my lands wrong too. I should have used Wooded Foothills last turn and kept the Verdant up because I'll probably need to get a swamp. Alright, well, luckily for us, they're probably not going to combo this turn. Maybe I'm wrong. Like opponent had a whole lot of life. Decided to force this on a weird turn. They could get there, but still just don't feel like they had to force it. Oh, they have another grape shot. That's not good for me. My life is awfully low. Told you I was probably going to need to get a swamp and that this would come back and bite me. Don't know what current storm lists even look like, so. Not actually sure if they have another answer to scavenging ooze. Or, sorry, not another answer, but like, I don't know if they can, I don't know if they have a third grape shot. It's going to be quite hard for them to win without one. Okay. So we know the last card in their hand is a Past in Flames, right? Because we saw two Past in Flames. But they're getting ready to draw a card at random, so I guess I'm just going to get rid of the other grape shot. Okay, well, they conceded when we took the other grape shot. Nice. Didn't expect to win that game. Like I said, I don't really understand why they forced it on the turn that they forced it. Because I don't think they were in a position that they needed to force it to win. Those sideboard wise, these are good if they bring in Warrens. These can kill some of their creatures, and if nothing else, discard a card. We don't have the spell bombs in this build or the surgical extraction, so that's kind of a small plot against us. But other than that, we're probably fine. I think that's a bit slow. I think some number of these can be removed. Kind of look at these Wrens and think these Wrens aren't very good as well, but like Wren's fantastic, so I got like one Wren, one land on the draw. Maybe I just cut both ends. We got pretty lucky there because we kept a super slow draw and managed to not lose. Now this hand's a lot better. We already have a removal for the first creature, and we have an Inquisition, which is nice. Kinda want to get an Overgrown Tomb, but I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to. Guess we take the pieces of the puzzle then. So they drew this. Uh, I get a Blood Crypt. So I have two unknowns. One of them being, one of them being Gifts of Amazing. Here they are forcing something again. I do not like these turns that they keep forcing this. It just feels wrong to me. I guess they could have the perfects and have another thing in their hand. Definitely have to put the Past in Flames in their hand, not their graveyard. Oh wait, no, I need to put it in their graveyard, right? Need to put like these two in their hand. Because if I give them any combination of the other cards, they can flash this back this turn. So like say I give them this and this, they profit 1 mana on this. They use that, they have 2. Then they play this, they go down to 1, then back to 4. And they play this for 3. So if I put these 2 in their hand, there's a chance that they don't have a thing. Like if they don't have another land or whatever. Or don't hit another land. They have any one thing, we're basically dead. Okay, they hit the land, so that's not enough. They still need 3 mana. It's nice. So you can actually get the Past in Flames out of their hand right now, but I don't like that. And let's start with this. We'll get a second green at random, basically. Let's see what this hits. It looks like that's going to be a turn too slow. Give him a chance to block, I guess. We gotta hope we can untap here. Looks like we get to untap. Interesting. Alright, so... First of all, let's start with this. Okay, well, never mind then. We were obviously going to try our best to eat the Past in Flames this turn. Alright, so we worked through Storm. Felt like they had pretty medium draws. And I think they tried to force the combo on 2 different turns and they didn't need to force it. On the dice roll versus an opponent named Blinkmoth Nexus. I wonder if that's a sign. Can't really complain. Got to keep a hand like this. Opponent's on 6. What have you been into today, Anarif? You seem to be going to the warehouse a lot lately. I thought you were going to try to not be doing that. Get a blood crypt here. That's kind of tempting, but... Okay. They're infect with a snow covered. That's pretty good. Guess I'm gonna start with this then. Hope we're not just dead. Ooh, okay, so we're not just dead. That's a good sign. Definitely gonna get rid of this one, I think. Makes my guy big enough to attack, which is why I like that. There's the Heath. Ooh, opponent hit pretty decent there. Not sure what this attack is about. So is there any one draw that kills me next turn? Let's see if they get a scale up. I'll take that as a no. If I play this and tick it up though, what do I want to discard? Don't really want to discard the Scooze. I definitely don't want to discard the land or the Call Against Command. I guess it's the Ooze then? If they just don't tick it up, maybe I minus it. No, I have to tick it up. They have a card in their hand. So they're going to use this on one of their things here. Oh wow, they didn't use it? That's even more confusing, right? We're pretty happy if they block with either of their invectors. That was a decent draw. Targeting me. That's decent as well. We're going to start with this here. So what do we want here? We want destroy target artifact, deal 2 damage to any target. And for those of you who don't know, this says the I can't pull it up to where you can read it. The stupid thing's in the way. Let's see if I can pull it up. What I was going to say, for those of you who don't know this, our opponent, on a lot of cards, like say I used an art trail, they wouldn't be able to redirect. But I'm almost positive that they can save their blighted agent from the call against command. Unless I'm wrong about that, I think that was a premature concession. But that's okay. I could be wrong about that. Pretty sure I like you guys. Pretty sure I like you. I know I love you. Pretty sure I like you too. What don't I want? I don't want slow sorcery speed removal. I don't think Liliana's particularly good here, even though Liliana was good in that game. Liliana's still a removal spell, though. You could even argue that you could bring in Fulminator mages. Definitely don't want to draw more than one of these, so I'm going to cut some of them. I could be wrong about that ruling, but I really don't think I am. I think opponent just conceded a game they didn't have to concede. This is an interesting game because, like, oh, well, significantly less interesting now. Anyway, I was going to say it was interesting because I don't know if it's technically better to try to get Ren on 2 or if it's better to just put our thing into play ahead of stuff. Okay, that's pretty cool. Wow, they used their last card on me. That's actually pretty awesome. That makes that's a little bit easier, I guess. I'm gonna play you now. don't think I'm just going to blindly kill that. I don't really care about that card. I don't know why opponent's pausing so long here. Opponent, come back. Opponent. Neato. But opponent. Alright, next match. Opponent. Sean, nobody wants to play with us. Everybody knows that fandom's on. They're trying to get their leagues over with. Can't blame them. I drew 3 lava darts versus infect yesterday when I was trying a different deck. Okay, so this is a pretty hard match for me. And, well. 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 Eek. Eek. I just keep saying eek. Screw you. I kind of wanted to take this. Am I allowed to play this card into just certain Searing Blaze? I don't think so. What if they just ignore my Searing Blaze and let this thing kill me? That'd be pretty poop-tastic. I wouldn't be happy about that. Taking 2 damage from this is better than taking 4 damage from this, I think, was why I left that one in play. Yeah, well, they have 4 cards in hand. Sorry, 5 they've drawn for the turn. And not one of them's a land. Awesome. This is going to go well for us. Well, worst case scenario, this is going to get... Oh, we're just dead. we're so very dead. Now, if they don't draw a land the rest of the game, we still die. What can we beat? Oh, that's a land. We're dead this turn. Alright, well. Let's just go ahead and slide you out of our deck. Slide you out of our deck. Bring in you. Bring in you. And, let's let our little falsies run away. I mean, one could argue that falsies is still good enough. It generally gains us at least 1 point of life. Yeah, one could argue falsies is good enough. Might even be better than this. Gaining a point of life sometimes too is probably worth it. That's not a keep. Alright, we'll keep this, and we'll get rid of... Oh, we'll get rid of one of those. Awesome. Guess I'm going to play this first. Yes, we have a Raging Ravine, but no, I don't want to get smacked by a Goblin Guide or a Monastery Whisperer on one. Imagine if they just had mutagenic growth, how bad I'd cry. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? If they play a Goblin Guide or something, we can get 2 uses out of Colgan's command. If nothing else, it goes to their head. Well, that's unfortunate, because I probably can't kill that. Yeah, I just don't think it's worth risking that. It's too easy for them just to have a lightning bolt here, I think. So I'm still just going to kill the Eidolon. Two cards in their hand. Rift Bolt. Ouch. Extra land's not good for us. There's more lightning bolts in the deck than fatal pushes, so... Daggers! There's 3 lightning bolts in the deck and only 2 fatal pushes, so... That was probably right. But unfortunately, we're going to take at least 2 to 3 extra damage now. Ooh. They have 2 cards in their hand, so... Can't imagine how this is going to go for me. I see very little way they're not just playing 2 burn spells here. Go ahead and get the GG ready. Look at that. Where'd my GG go? For us, Burn's a hard match. Prowess is an easier match, but Burn's very, very difficult. Maybe we're supposed to aggressively mulligan into a corrective brutality because it's our best card by far in the match. I'm not actually sure. Huh. Daniel Negreanu actually responded to one of my tweets. I'm shocked. I assumed he didn't even read these things. There's 400 people on that thread. Definitely keeping. Maybe he was responding to her. Opponent's on 5, and we have a discard spell. That's usually good for us. What the hell is this? Founder. Founder. I didn't do anything to put that there. How'd you get that? I think you hacked me. Oh no. There's only one deck I know that plays this bad boy. Are we getting ready to lose to my baby? Oh, please don't beat me with my own baby. It is! It is my baby! Oh no! Well, I guess we'll get this one out of here. You're not allowed to beat me with my own deck. Yes, I'm claiming the deck is mine, even though I'm clearly not the one who made it. And I'll hear nothing bad said about it. Wow, that was pretty brazen. Well, it's significantly less brazen, I guess, when you have another. They have 4 Ultimate of Elves post board. No. There goes one of those. We're done! Yes! Game 2, fight! They have a pretty low number of lands. We could just be like, yo, is this good enough? This doesn't do a damn thing. This does some things, but not many things. It's just like rando discard spell number 1. Is that anything like Mumbo number 5? These don't do a thing. This technically kills Grizzlebrand if they play a naked one and can't combo or decide not to try to combo that turn. Oi. Oi there. Yeah, I don't, okay. We're gonna mulligan to at least 1 to 2 discard spells, probably 2. God, I'm gonna get Neo'd. Right, we have a discard spell. We keep. I think this is the hand that I would most like to have in my opener that isn't 3 discard spells. So. Oh no. Oh no, they kept all 7. They kept all 7. Friends. Friends. Please? Novella Summer? Kappa? Kappa. I said please, damn it. Okay. That's not good. That's not good. Alright, well, we can't concede because it is possible for them to brick, especially when they're already down 1 Simian Spirit Guide. Though, they're going to get at least 1 attack in and probably able to win the next turn regardless. We have no answer to Grizzlebrand on turn 2. Okay, so if they brick now, we win because they've cast Spirit Guide. Or they've cast Summoner's Pact. So all we have to do is sit here and hope that they can't do it, like all their Simian Spirit Guides are at the bottom of their deck or something. Well, they discarded 1 Simian Spirit Guide there. They've already played their land for the turn, so if they find the 3rd Simian Spirit Guide, we can concede. Or the 4th, rather. Could be in the bottom 4 cards, you never know. Could be the very bottom card. Alright, they found the last one, so we are now dead. I guess that's not true. Okay, now we're dead. Right, so I want you back in my deck now. I want some of the slower things out of my deck. Yeah, well, we have to keep this. So we get 2 green, 2 black. I can get a Blood Crypt of this and a Swamp of this. Nope, I have to get an Overgrown Tomb. Think I'm supposed to Fault Seas. Fault Seas gets more thing. Oh, we dead. Oh, crap. There's a chance that they go for it and didn't. They're sideboarded out their Pact of Negation and our Lightning Bolt just kills them. There's absolutely no reason for them to rush it, so. I want the 2nd black. As they spend a mana to Veil this turn, it's less likely they're going to combo us. They just happen to have another land and everything, they probably beat us pretty easily. Not sure what we're waiting on. A kingdom for a fetch land. It's not a fetch land. Oh, I don't know what to do now. Definitely need to keep the lightning bolt up. I hope they don't have Pact of Negation in their deck. Like how I thought we were at the end of their turn still. I was sitting there trying to figure out how the hell we won. Or how the hell they were casting a Serum Vision at instant speed. I was like, what kind of quicken bullshit is this? One on top, one on bottom. Ooh, 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 ooh. But Veil of Summer's a card, so. That is future problem. We really needed like a very early Tarmogoyf so we could have pressured them. Would they discard? Some respect the Nourishing Show. Yeah. Well, there's a chance they brick here. Though ostensibly not high. Can draw a good amount of cards, assuming they have shoals, but that's 1, 2, 3 shoals going. Alright. So that's enough that we're dead, right? Yeah, they have too high of a life total now. We can't win. Unless their one card's like really. Maybe they sideboarded it out. I don't have any idea. Alright, do they have Pact? Let's find out. A lot of people sideboard out Pact, thinking it won't come up. I, for one, sideboarded out way too much. Well, I guess they still have a pact left in their deck. Oh, neat. So they found a way to win anyway? They could have just used the other Metamorphose as well. That sucks. I'm surprised that they had a Deliverance. I've not saw that played in the deck in a while. But like I said, they could have just used the 4 Metamorphoses. But the real problem was there, though, they just had infinite time. I mean, that was like turn 5 or 6 and we hadn't even attacked. Yeah, this hand's a pretty easy keep. We kept a hand based entirely on the power of our 2 discard spells, and our 2 discard spells didn't do anything. We have no artifact removal or enchantment removal on our deck. Maybe we should have cast Maelstrom Pulse to 1 turn. Just hope they didn't have a Veil Summer or something. Who knows? It's honestly really hard to say. Blue-white matches are typically pretty fun. Fact or fiction? You don't see that too often. No, this isn't good for us. So we're going to resto this and take this, but then we can kill this, and if we hit a land, kill the resto too. If we don't hit a land, we're in obviously a lot more trouble. No, we hit the land, but they didn't resto it, so that's good for us. Man, it's just ridiculous. Guess they get these. I don't like having to make decisions. Still my turn. Might get lucky enough to get those 2 cards out of their hand. What do we get? We got that. We're pretty dead this game. And they have pretty solid answers for everything we could possibly do from here on out. Um, what's the best thing we could hit off a Bloodbraid Elf? I'm not even sure. Something that makes them use their Force of Negation, I guess. Them being able to bounce this Tarmogoyf is exceptionally bad for me. I need to, like, draw a discard spell now, or something. It's not a discard spell. Sucks. Little Teferi says, screw you, Cascade. But in theory, this lets us kill something. Guess Little Teferi is the one I care most about. Resto Angel's been a problem this game. I think we could have worked through everything else I see fairly easy. They've saw too many cards at this point. It's going to be very hard to come back. They're attacking like that. I'm assuming they have either a Cryptic or a Snapcaster in hand now. Or even another Resto, just something. Okay, they did have the snap. Wasn't a particularly hard read. I think you're pretty good here. I think you're insane here. I've always kind of like these here. I always struggle on what removal I need. I feel like Fatal Pushes are good because of Celestial Colonnades. I feel like these are good because we see the Spell Quellers now. Maybe it's just Collective Brutality is not that good versus this particular build. Yeah, I'm just not going to quell. Hey JJ, what's up? Getting crushed today. And we have to mulligan. Started off so good. I felt so good about the league, and then it just crumbled down quickly. I guess I have to take the purge. Which probably means I'm gonna not do well. But it lets us get the Ren into play, I guess. I was gonna get this, so I guess I'll continue just to get this. Oh, that was stupid. That was so stupid. I might get no value out of the Ren now. We did get paired versus two really bad matches in a row, but I wouldn't have imagined this match was that bad. I just made a misplay and lost value too, which sucks. We're gonna path one. I'd rather on path this one, and maybe our Dr. Confidant will do something. They'll struggle though. We don't have a whole lot of answers for the Lyra, especially when they already have a 0-4 in play. Yeah, we had one basic. No, no. There's the opt. There's that. There's that. So they have 5 unknown cards in their hand. 6 total. Hey, we get to draw an extra card. Okay, that's interesting. Guess we want to start with this then. Because we want to activate this. And if they cryptic bounce or whatever, it's pretty good to know. Factor fiction. Alright, I guess you can have this and this and this, or you can have those. They took these two. Well, we definitely need some help next turn, so I think I'm actually going to go ahead and play this too. Kind of overextending here, and could potentially just die to like a Supreme Verdict or something, but or like a Cryptic Command, tap our stuffs. to command tap our stuff, so that's fine. Probably bounced our in too. What do we got? That's not good for us. Oh, that was not good for us either. So we go down to 4. I actually think we need to kill our 2 Dark Confidants. Oh, they had a spell snare and they didn't kill the Wren? What trickies? How tricky. Oh, we're just dead next turn. We don't really have an out to that. There's like 1 fatal push left in our deck to stop that. Never saw the Black Cleave Cliff, so they're 100% not going to play around the fatal push. So they probably can't play around it. If they play around it, they're probably dead. So you can't really bluff things when you have no plays. Yeah. Can't bluff it when we don't have anything. Well, this league started off good. We were having a whole lot of fun. And smashing. Then we got paired versus 2 bad matches, and I don't know if I played round 3 very well. I don't know what I could have done differently in round 4 or round 3. Sorry, I don't know if we played round 5 well. But I really don't know if there's anything I could have done differently in the other 2 rounds. There's probably a lot I could have done differently in round 5. Maybe casting the 2nd Dark Confidant was just super greedy. It cost us 3 life and a good chance that it cost us that entire game. Maybe I'm just not supposed to put the 2nd Dark Confidant on the table. I'm willing to believe that I screwed up round 5. I'm not willing to believe that I messed up round 3 or 4. I'm not saying I didn't make play mistakes in the game. I'm saying I don't think my play mistakes altered the outcome of the game. I highly doubt they even cost me a turn. But in round 5, I feel like at least game 2 was very, very winnable. I feel like the only way I lost game 2 of round 5 was because of poor decisions. But anyway, fandom's on, so I guess I'm going to hop off here. Take care, everybody, and thanks so much for coming by.